This one?
Refugees, Trump supporters, Muslims, soldiers. Since we began in 2010, we've always wanted to give a voice to the vast spectrum of people who have felt the movement of living every day with a little more empathy. Enjoy the episode.
Hi xQc, check out this trailer, smile. Hey everyone in chat, I hope you have a great day. xQcOW.
Invite 5 people struggling with addiction to see the range of their beliefs and values.
I did so many drugs in my really early developing years, so that was my fault. Whether you want to talk about if it was my genes' fault that my genes made me take pills and put them in my body, you could, I guess, argue that. There is genetic components, which those are not in my control, and addictions in my family. But yeah, that's why I'm here.
No, cause I'm sober now, so like, it's weird because like at first, I don't know if it was, but now if I decide to take a drink or if I decide to do drugs, like I know what I'm doing. Like I know what I'm getting myself into.
It's my choice if I want to go ahead and take that drug or you know, whatever it is. Nobody put a gun in my head and made me take a drink or get high. So that's why I still strongly agree that taking a drug is my choice at the end of the day.
I think for some people, it's the environment, because some people are born into households where parents suffer from drug addiction, parents suffer from alcoholism, and in more disadvantaged neighborhoods where I come from, you see a lot of mothers, you know, getting like their necks fixed, you know, in like 30 minutes in front of their children. But for me personally, I suffer from my addiction from going to parties, going out. And does alcohol count as like being clean?
Yeah.
It does? Okay, well damn, I can't even say I'm sober now. Okay, fuck. All right, anyway, yeah, so I feel like it's a matter of self-control, influence, and environment. But I think for the most part, for me personally, it's self-control. Because honestly, you put a line of Coke in front of me, right now I'm gonna sniff it. But like, you know.
I think what I did started what I have. I'm food addiction, by the way. Spoiler alert, just so you all know. When I was younger, I saw so many opportunities to better myself and to look better and to be better, and I would take all of them. I would take advantage of everything. I would skip meals. I would go to the gym until I couldn't see. And so this social pressure did kind of influence me a little bit to start with like eating disorders, you know, binging, purging. I mean, it got to the point where I was eating multiple meals and then purging them. If that's not addiction, I cannot purging? Even tell you what it is.
How is that your fault though?
I think it's from the habits that I started myself. I mean, I chose to do it myself.
But you saw the world. You saw the world.
I knew exactly what bulimia was.
You saw the world.
I knew how damaging it was.
You know.
I know how damaging food can be. I chose those behaviors.
xQc.
I have to live with the repercussions.
Addiction is a disease. 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't really know what the definition of a disease is.
I don't think addiction is a disease. I do think it's more of a condition, because necessarily saying that it's a disease means that it spreads. Therefore, if I, personally my favorite drug is hallucinogens. So if I were to hallucinate, that's saying, oh, you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
You know, I think it's like a genetic thing. Like I have addiction runs and alcoholism runs in my family, and you know, I rarely ever meet people where they're like, I'm the only one in my family.
You think you were like fucked from the jump?
That was a hot second half.
Like you were just this, and then you were predisposed.
I never thought I was like fucked from. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Who the fuck knows, dude? But like, that's the thing is like, I didn't choose it. It's not a choice. If it was my choice, then I wouldn't be here. You know, every day my brain's trying to kill me. And that's just the way it goes. But I just gotta live with it. I don't want it, but I got it.
I don't know, position in your head. Like the psychology of thinking of it as a disease never really helped me. Yes, you can be predisposed to genes. What's helped me is like, I don't know, medicine and information.
He's right, Chad.
Never helped me because they're like,
you can't be predisposed.
And that switch never like clicked. Believe me, I want it to.
Referring to it as a disease, kind of like associating everyone in that realm in a negative association.
If it does keep you clean, I'm way pro using that word.
I totally relate. So it's not, there's no right or wrong on this. I think that everybody has their own, whatever works for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Totally agree.
I usually
Someone
compare
said
it
she
to heart
looks like
disease.
Lil Teku and I'm fucking
Because
dead Pepe.
it's like you don't choose to have it. Genetics have a lot to do with it, and so does your lifestyle. I mean, those are basically the ingredients to the formula of a disease anyways. I mean, heart disease is not spreadable.
Yeah, guys, we're not gonna play Rust today.
Are
We're
you gonna play more Rust today?
It's-
It's really juice content.
like I said, at the end of the stream, we're gonna put Rust on the back burner a little bit for a little bit of time.
Neither is addiction, but I think it's like totally a disease when you talk about how it affects people, how it presents itself, you know, how it starts. I think that a lot of it is very similar.
Check out this video. 7 trillion
3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh. Okay, that's a chat 1.5, dude.
I mean, define gateway drug.
Yeah.
Everyone who's done any drug ever literally has a drug they did before that. So do you mean gateway drugs that purposely lead to other drugs? I would say absolutely
xQcOW.
not. I mean,
I think caffeine can be a gateway drug to Adderall. I mean, I was in college. I mean, I would get quad shots of Starbucks and like drink it until I'm vibrating. But I mean, then other people are like, wow, that's just not as effective anymore. I'm gonna do some Adderall. You know, I mean, it's kind of like anything can be a gateway drug, and I think it's just, I don't think a gateway drug is what people think it is.
Right.
well, humans love to do like black and white behavior, like this or that.
Yeah,
And to
it ain't
deflect
fucking
blame to an inanimate object with such a complex issue like addictive behavior is insane.
Yeah.
Like, to literally blame like a substance.
Like a more accurate one would be like, if you're fucking sad and lonely and scared and fearful and you smoke weed, you may do heroin at some point in your life, but not likely. That would be like an okay thing for me to see. I would be like, that's probably true.
Felix.
But not like, if you smoke weed, you're fucked.
Well, that's also why a lot of people aren't complete heroin junkies, even though they've gotten premium opiates from the hospital during a surgery. I mean, it's not a gateway drug. You don't just go in and you're like, oh man, I had a taste of that. I've got to go do heroin now. Like, you don't. I mean, you're missing that vital reason to chase the drug. I mean, if you're given it for
Why
actual
are
pain
we
at the
watching a
hospital, you don't
video
decide
with
that you
all
want
of
to go
your
out and do
cousins in
heroin
it?
when you're
Shut
done.
up.
I mean, most people don't anyways.
I feel like this is like the black and white, dude. I feel like it's either all gateways or none of it is gateways, depending on your definition of it.
I am comfortable being labeled an addict. 3, 2, 1, go.
Then they're always split. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Personally,
Let's
I feel
roll.
I don't like being called an addict. Oh, like someone sees me walking down the street. Oh, she does hard drugs. You know, I just feel like everyone has something that they partake in, and I feel like just labeling someone as that is just morally offensive to me.
Okay.
I think it's also the term. I mean, it's got like a really negative connotation
It
to it.
does.
And while I agree that I have an addiction, to be labeled as an addict, am I comfortable with that? No, especially as a male with an eating disorder, because that is totally like criminalized. I mean, men cannot be weak, men cannot, I mean, that's like a very feminine thing, you know? It's really hard to tell anyone about it because you automatically feel less.
I'm fine with feeling bad. I think I should feel bad about it. I like it because if I start drinking, it'll be 3 weeks before I'll start throwing up, and then I'll have to quit for like 3 days just to feel good and get back to drinking. That's fucking addictive. That's not like partying too much. That's, you know, choking down vodka in the morning. And I do feel bad about it, and I'm okay with feeling bad about that. It's fucking embarrassing. Should feel bad.
I don't give a fuck what people call me.
I'm addicted to
Like, I
this
mean, I'm a
stream
bunch of shit, you know what I
xQcOW.
mean? But like, it doesn't like define me as a person, but it's just part of like who I am. So I don't care. Like, yeah, and like you said, like, if I meet somebody and I'm, you know, and they're like, hey, I'm struggling with this, I'm like, yo, me too, I feel the same thing. Then it actually helps, you know? Then it's like, I'm like, you know, I can be like, oh, I did that, and this is how I dealt with that.
Yeah, but notice how you said that.
What?
Hey, I'm struggling with this.
Yeah.
Not, I am a blank addict. You know, it just sounds so much harsher. I mean, I think it's the negative connotation that's
And you're labeling yourself also with that. I feel like by saying you're labeling that spectrum, you're putting yourself in a category. And no one person should have to put themselves in a bubble of contraptment or a mental contrapment just because that's what other people want you to do.
I just don't get it. Like, I know I'm in the like minority.
I'm confused.
I just don't really.
If someone's calling me out, remind me that I'm an addict. And I don't remind myself, and I fool myself one day that I'm not an addict, and I go out to get high like my friend does because he doesn't have a problem, I'm gonna die. So I'm okay with being reminded that I'm an addict because that's how I take it personally. I don't care how they're gonna feel about me.
Guys, I don't want to counter argue because I don't want to make the viewers feel like I'm like attacking them. But some of these arguments just don't hold up logically. They just don't. And but I don't want to counter argue them. You know. You know, like the girl said, oh, I'm dealing with this, so I'm doing this, so I can't put the label of this on the second thing. Well, if you replace anything else with the second thing, it makes sense, but not with that. I don't know. It's just kind of counterintuitive. Okay, it's complicated. Whatever. Talk about it later.
I don't know anybody personally who's OD'd or died. Surprisingly, I know a lot of people who probably will in the not so distant future, but. I don't know anybody yet.
That's fair.
Only 24, so we'll see.
I think it's really
He's my
important
age.
to note the.
Chad, do I look older than this guy? Chad, do I look older? Yo. Younger? We're the same age now, dude.
I don't know anybody yet.
That's fair.
Only 24, so we'll see.
I think it's really important to note the fact that while someone may not pass away because of how much drugs they took, but how crushing their addiction actually was to their mental health, and they may have decided to commit suicide.
I look 15.
Did I lose someone to addiction? Absolutely. Did the drug actually kill them? No, but I mean, it drove them to kill themselves.
Okay, unlucky.
6 days ago, 11 years. My first friend had passed away. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, my first friend had passed away to an overdose. It was 11 years ago, 6 days ago. And I took a lot of responsibility for it because I got him high for the first time on ecstasy or high for the first time on opiates.
Jesus.
And that was a wake-up call for me, like, you know? And then after that, when I went to rehab, I lost over 30 friends to suicide or addiction. So yeah, I know a lot of people
30.
personally, and like when I got into recovery, that was the one thing I did not expect. My life got better, got way better. But I started building relationships with people, genuine friendships with them, and then getting close with them. And they became my best friends. And they started, you know, dropping like 1 out of 10. When my first friend that passed away, I got it tattooed right here. And then eventually I just couldn't keep getting tattoos for friends that passed away. So, sorry.
Chat. I saw the poke band thing. I'll talk about it after this.
Rehab and recovery programs work. 3, 2, 1, go.
Guys.
I had a friend who has been to inpatient rehabilitation 5 times in the past 3 years, and she's doing better, but the first 4 sure didn't work, so I don't necessarily think that they're like a foolproof way of fixing someone who has an addiction to something.
Well, there are very foolproof ways to do anything, and it's not even really debatable. They work for tons and tons of people. Of course they work. They do amazing shit.
If you want it and you go in to get the tools that you need and you build the community that you get, then yeah, you can stay sober. If not, it's not going to work for somebody who doesn't want to stay sober, period. I don't care where you go. Jail won't keep somebody sober.
Yeah, if I could live in rehab, I would. Because everything is like, they're like, you wake up at this time, you eat at this time, you talk about your feelings at this time.
Do you know,
Chat? When you get out,
this is kind of like with everything I almost did. Having a regimen of like waking at a certain time, eating at a certain time, it's actually fucking pog champ.
You're like, it's not, you know,
but it's hard to keep up with.
Whole fucking life. Like, it's like unstructured and weird, and they help you give the like tools to figure out like how to navigate that life. But they're not there with you 100% of the time. Like,
my regimen's a piece of shit.
Who do you talk to about your feelings?
Who do I talk to?
When you're out.
I don't fucking know. Everybody, y'all.
You know?
We love to hear it.
I think I'm more on the strongly disagree side because I do agree with you guys how it's like you have to want to be sober. And maybe I don't want to be 100% sober at this point, but the programs that I've tried hospitalized, I've tried counseling, I tried community-based.
What the
fuck? A lot of them
fuck?
are really cliquey. And by cliquey, I mean like, you know, this group associates with this group, you're an outcast. You know, it's like an episode of Mean Girls or something. And so there should be more structure, there should be more jobs open in that facility with people who are licensed to influence others and make them want to do better. I don't want them to be like us, we're sober. Tell me why I should be sober. Tell me why I should love my life. Tell me why I should stop doing what I'm doing. And I don't feel like the substance abuse programs, at least the ones that I went to, they have instilled that upon me.
I have a strong disagreement with recovery houses. You know, the whole way recovery is going on in LA.
Oh, sorry, I'm
But
not
I think
laughing
at the
about
end of
that.
the day,
Okay.
if the person really wants to get sober or free from the addiction, and then they go to a reputable place that has helped them before, has helped somebody before, and they take that all in to learn new tools to stay sober instead of getting high, then it works.
Hey,
Okay.
Mom, I wasn't trying to make you feel bad for skipping my video.
Chat.
I didn't expect
This has
you
nothing to do with the
actually
actual
watch
topic
time.
itself,
Just
okay?
donating it every day to
It's just the
Rehab.
argumentative
You and check out
logic, like, you know, like,
Gail link some more tomorrow. Smile.
let's say, I don't know, dude,
Guy in the camo beyond bothers me.
dude, I don't fucking know. Dude, I have a bad day at work, right?
Quick
And it makes me angry. So then I go at home online and I bully people online, right? Can you still say that I'm a bully? I think so, yeah. I think you're still a bully, right? So that's what I meant by like the argumentative like strategy was kind of flawed. Does that make sense?